So just a couple more questions. So if you were to do an engagement with a business, right? So we talked about independent consultants, what would that typically look like from beginning, middle, and end?
Well, one of the things I've learned is to not bring my process in with such a heavy hand that people have to bend their will and their way to how I work. I personalize. I've been around long enough that I can work in different ways. I can speak in different languages. I can work with different personalities. Why would I bring a heavy consulting methodology to the table? Generally speaking, though, people are looking to uncover some truths at the beginning of an engagement. There are things that they don't know. Sometimes that means speaking truth to power and saying, boss, this idea that you have around XYZ, it sucks. Sorry, but it sucks. And we have to work on that because it's a roadblock for all these other things. So let me answer your question directly though. Sorry. Typically it starts off with a conversation. It's a go anywhere, ask anything, discover as much as we can kind of a thing. If it's a larger business, I'll go shop the business. I'll go shop for furniture. I'll go to the dentist. I'll, call a shipping supplier and negotiate some rates, whatever it is. And I take note of how the business is coming across and how it makes me feel, because that's the end game for a story. Right. People, with limited information, as humans, we're very good at filling in all the gaps and making assumptions about whether something is good or not for us. So I'll get that experience. Then we go back in and talk about where does the company want to go? How does it want to get there? What are the constraints that they see? I'll interview customers, also employees. We'll do some workshops to try to figure out what are the services, any big changes that we're trying to introduce. Are there any capabilities lacking? And one that goes into almost every business is something around innovation. People need to be better at innovating. And it doesn't just mean coming up with new ideas. It means having a way to talk about new ideas separately from the way the business is running day to day. And it also means knowing what stage an idea is at and how much resources going to it, and kind of, can't think of the word, destigmatizing, a new idea or acceptance of an idea. So if somebody has an idea and it fails, they shouldn't be seen as a lower caste than somebody who has an idea and it works. Getting rid of that is important because all ideas have the same value at the start. It's only the ones that actually get implemented that matter.
But also too, you want to put your business in a position where you're empowering people to bring ideas to the table, right?
Bingo, you get it. Absolutely. Yeah.
That there is such thing as a bad idea. And from where I come from, there's not, right? I mean, any idea is a good idea. We just won't be able to put, all of them into play.
Yeah. Over time, I'm going to take a side note on that. Over time, companies will also develop some principles. And rather than processes, which can kind of get very dated, principles actually get stronger over time. So in medicine, one of the most important principles is the Hippocratic Oath: first, do no harm. Right? You never want your patient to be worse off, after they've seen you. So for a business, it's not every idea will be treated equally or every idea is good. It's that every idea that meets our criteria for honoring customers, protecting the environment, making a profit where possible, those kinds of, if you put it in that order, any idea is going to have to go through that filter, and you're going to end up with a whole bunch of things like Patagonia has. They've had some amazing ideas that they've never done, and they have some involving recycling and circular economy that much larger brands like Nike and Adidas, or Adidas, however you say it, have picked up on. So they've had a huger impact on the planet than a company their size possibly could. And they've rooted it all in principles. So I just wanted to bring that up because it's not as black and white as, ideas are good or bad. It's ideas that kind of fit where that company's going and where it's trying to create value. I just wanted to bring back that core notion.
No, I think that's an excellent point. I mean, sincerely. So I appreciate you sharing that.